sound? Do we have sound? Yes, we do. All right. I'm going to grab my mat and then we can get started. Sound good. Oops. Matt in a hat. Hey, how's it going there, friends? I'll put my mat out here. Let's see, where should that be? For you guys to see in the most perfect way. Probably right around there, I guess, is a good thing to do. That makes some sense. Does that make sense? Woohoo! And I get this tree here. Let's see, I can always move things around, right? It's my backyard. I can do whatever I want. That's good. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Hi there, friends. Happy Saturday morning. It's Saturday, and it's chilly. And it's not gonna get any warmer. But it's good, I like it. I like a little chill. I'm just gonna do this slight little turn. That's gonna be better. Okay, so today, Saturday, we'll go 90 minutes today. And if you're new to us, we do these classes on a donation basis. You can pay for your class by Venmoing me directly at Teddy McDonald on the Venmo. And you can also go to 5pointyoga.com and sign up for your class through Mind Body, though we are switching that system, but right now it still works. And then you can also, on that, there's a little link that you can pay for your class. You could also not do that at all, and then you can become a monthly member at consciousendurance.com, which is great, because then you don't have to worry about it. You just take the class, you got to listen to me for 30 seconds, and then we get into some nice little flow. A flow yoga situation. So all that is greatly appreciated. We're going to start switching over to Zoom soon, part Zoom and then part donation. So the Zoom classes will be for members and paid participants, because just how we got to do it. So one more quick announcement. Next week, this time right here, next week, we'll be doing a workshop. So there will not be a live class. It will be a workshop. Greg Louganis and I will be doing inversions. So we'll be right back here again, and we'll be doing the inversions, which will be handstands, forearm balance, headstand, and shoulder stand. And it's going to be a 2-hour workshop. I'm going to post all the information for that today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. So keep an eye out for that. Join us if you can. I hope that you can. Otherwise, let's go ahead and begin a nice little yoga practice here. So start with your feet about shoulder distance. Bring your palms together, close your eyes, relax your shoulders, start breathing in and out of your nose. Dropping the head down, shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. Setting your intention, so intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen, whatever that means for you, intention-wise. Good. And then drop the head down to one side, nice easy neck stretch, good smooth stretch on the neck. And then switch sides. So today we're going to do the combo Yin Yang, Yin Yang combo. But we're going to flow, get a good warm up, throw in a couple arm balances and maybe a couple little standing sequences. Good. Go ahead and drop the arms, make a few circles with the head. I'm cold, so we definitely need to warm up. That's for sure. I hope everybody's okay. Hope you and your loved ones are safe and healthy. Hope you're warm. Opposite direction in your head rolls, if you haven't done that already. Yeah, sunny California. It gets a little chilly. Back to the center. Excuse me, shoulder rolls, forward and back, forward and back. I had a good night's sleep. I feel great. Super energized. Opposite direction. Super energized for some Christmas shopping. Take the kids to a little Christmas shopping. Arms up. Interlace the fingertips. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. Straighten the arms. Stretch the shoulders. Breathe. Very good. Fold it over to one side. Easy side stretch. Good. Switch sides. Same thing. Good, back to the center, lean back, take a big inhale. And then fold down forward as you exhale. Hang forward. Hang forward here. You can grab the elbows here, drop the head down. Just give yourself a nice little stretch, a little leg stretch, a little back stretch. Definitely breathe. Good. A few more breaths. That kind of breathing, your Ujjayi breath, helps to build heat. I'm going to test it out right now. And then clasp the hands back behind you. Interlace the fingertips. Stretch the shoulders. Oh, yes. Good. One more breath. Big stretch. Good. I'm going to roll up, abdomen strong. Slowly roll back up. One arm. Some circles. Oh. 10. Switch it. Other side. 2, 3, 9, 10. Good. A little side to side. Break up some of that tightness, some of that stiffness. I always bend my knees a little bit and engage my abdomen a little bit, so just keep some structure there. Very good. Back to the center. Palms together. Take a big inhale. Lift the arms up. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine. Inhale. Step back to plank. Top of a push-up. Hold it here and breathe. Abdomen strong. Breath smooth. So really pull the abdomen toward the back of the spine and extend the shoulders and just hold and engage your thighs. Keep holding. Breathe. So this is a great experience of letting the pose come to you. So immediately you see how it changes. Arms start shaking, abs start shaking, breath stays smooth. Just a couple more breaths. Gives us about a full minute here almost. One more inhale. And just lower all the way to the mat. Exhale. Gentle back bend, easy Cobra. Point the toes back, draw the shoulders down the spine, lift the upper body out. There's your first one. Ah, yes. Good. One more inhale. A little taller. Always in Cobra, when your legs are on the floor, hips are on the floor, shoulders pulled down, back behind you. Then as you push up, you're also pulling forward. One more inhale. And then child's pose. Exhale. And counter stretch. In the beginning, these first few moves, you're just making sure that all feels okay. Downward facing dog here. Come on up, tuck the toes, bend the left leg, push the right heel down. Big stretch. Good. Switch sides, same thing. Very nice. Stepping or both feet straight. Come up on the toes, walk softly to the hands. Extend that spine as you inhale, look forward. Fold as you exhale. Stretch all the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale, arms up again. Inhale. Fold down, exhale. Extend your spine, inhale. First one, step back. I guess this is kind of the second one, but then drop to the knees, all the way to the mat. Gentle back bend. There's your Cobra pose again. Easy in the spine, but really see if you can pay attention to how it feels inside, and then downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. Fingers spread, palms flat, lift the tailbone, extend the shoulders. Good, one more breath. Up on the toes again. Walk softly to the hands. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward. Fold as you exhale, stretch all the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. Good news is it's getting a little warmer. Arms up, inhale. We'll do two more. Fold down, forward, exhale. Extend the spine, inhale, right away. Step back as you exhale. Vinyasa. You can always jump back as well. Lower halfway this time. Flip the toes. Now upward facing dog. And then here, you want to push those arms as straight as you can. Fold as you exhale. All the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Arms up, inhale. Folding down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step or jump back. Upward facing dog. Shoulders pull back. Downward facing dog. Good. Pause here. Actually, from here, right leg up. Right away. Lift it up. Look at the hands. Lean to the right, come on the fingertips on the left. Maybe take that hand off the floor. Maybe take the hand behind the back. Pause and breathe. Right hand, left foot, balance. Breath smooth. We're going to change it up a little bit for those of you that want to work a little bit harder. You're going to come forward. So now you're balancing with your right shoulder over your right wrist. Now from here, left arm forward. This is a lot harder. Breathe. Good. Both hands down. Lift that back leg up again. And then let's switch it. So left leg up behind you. Hold it. Stretch. Breathe. Look at the hands. Come up on the fingertips. Maybe take the hand off the floor. Maybe take that hand behind the back. Definitely breathe. Balancing on the left hand and the right foot this time. coming forward. Whoa, a little bit trickier. Shoulder over the wrist, breath smooth. Maybe take that right arm forward and breathe. Good. Hands down, lift it. All right. And then both feet down. We come up on the toes, walk softly or hop forward, extending that spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Bring warmth into your toes, and then chair pose. Holding chair, breathe, gazing forward or slightly up is fine. You want to sink down, sink back, arms by the ears. Excuse me, breath deeply. Breath deeply, breathe deeply. Sink a little lower. And then stand up, hands together at the heart, exhale. Oh, nice big full breath. Last night I saw on social media a small video that was entitled The End of an Era. And it was kind of sad actually. Chair pose when you're ready. Inhale, fold as you exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Step or hop back as you exhale. I'm gonna hop yet until I can feel my toes. Vinyasa. Down dog, right leg first, take it up. We did some core already, so we're gonna skip that. Bring it forward, turn the back foot flat. Warrior one, inhale, reach. And then hands down, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa. So this was the end of an era in the cycling team. So BMC became CCC, and now it's all over. 14 years. I worked with them for eight and a half or something like that. And such a great group of people. They won so many races, 251 races that they won. Tour de France they won, Paris-Roubaix they won. Some of the greatest cyclists of all time, really. Up on the toes, walk or jump. World champion cyclists, just super cool. Halfway up and fold and chair pose again. Inhale, stand up, hands together at the heart. I'll tell you, if you ever have the opportunity to work with the best in the world, it's good to see. It's good to see. It doesn't, I mean, they could be jerk-offs, excuse my language, but just because you're the best in the world at something doesn't make you any better, except for in that thing, right? It could be just, personalities are crazy. Chair pose again. Inhale, fold, exhale. Halfway up, inhale, step or jump back, exhale. Vinyasa. So it kind of makes you realize, just because you're the best in the world at something doesn't mean you're a nice person. Right leg up, bring it forward. I'd rather be a nice person. Arms up, inhale. Than the best in the world at something. Just a jackass. Vinyasa. However, warrior one, inhale. That, 9 out of 10 of those riders that were some of the best in the world are so nice, super nice guys, and I have friends now for life because of that time working together. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. One more breath. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Stand up, hands together, exhale. Let's throw in some dancing warrior sequences. So 2 rounds there. Chair pose when you're ready, inhale. Fold as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step back or jump. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog pose. Down dog. Right leg first. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reach up. Inhale. Warrior two. Open up. Exhale. Good. Reverse warrior. Back arm down. Right arm up. Inhale. And then forward. Right hand down. Left arm over the ear. Reach it. Back up. Warrior two. And let it go. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa lower. Upward facing dog. Easy. And then down dog. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reach. Warrior two. Open. Reverse. Back arm down. Left arm up. Left hand down. Right arm over the ear. Back up. Warrior two. And let it go. Hands down. Leg back. Lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So I'm going to share a little bit about conditioning this week. I think it was the beginning of this week or maybe last week. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose again. Inhale. Stand up, hands together. Exhale. World Health Organization put their new guidelines out. And I've talked about that a bunch. So 150 to 300 minutes. So they raised the bar a bit. But I have some friends that are going to do the Backbone Trail. And they're going to do it over a few days. I have another friend, Blue. Those of you that know Blue, super fast runner, great guy. Just ran the whole thing in like 14 hours. So crazy. Chair pose, inhale. It's 66 miles, 14 some odd thousand feet of climbing. Halfway up as you inhale. Step or jump back as you exhale. Vinyasa. But it brings up this whole idea of conditioning, right? And downward facing dog, right leg up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Warrior two, open up, exhale. Back arm down, right arm up, inhale. And then forward. Left hand over the ear, reach. Back up, warrior two. And then let it go, hands down, leg back. Vinyasa. Down dog, left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up. Warrior two, open up. Reverse warrior, inhale. And then forward. Left hand down, right arm over the ear, reach. Back up, warrior two. Let it go. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa lower. All the way to the mat if ever you need to. And then downward facing dog. So in the land of conditioning, the whole idea is, if you can do 5 push-ups, and then you keep doing 5 push-ups, eventually you're going to be able to do 6 push-ups. It's a simple concept called muscle adaptation. Let's go ahead and come up on the toes. Walk softly to the hands. Extend the spine as you inhale. Look forward. Fold as you exhale. Stretch. Just going to warm my toes here. Stand by. Chair pose. Inhale. And stand up. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. So I'm going to face you. We're going to do a little standing sequence right here. You can still face the front of your mat. So we get this thing out of here. Start in tree. So we're going to do tree pose, and then we're going to do a few other things. We're going to do a couple of standing poses. So start on your left leg. It might look like my right, but it's my left. And then you're going to come up to tree. Just correct that knee. That's better. Good. All right, I'm going to set the timer because we're probably going to be here for about 2 or 3 minutes. Whoa. So tree pose, timer's begun. Pause, breathe. Steady gaze. So you can hold tree pose for 30 seconds and then you can build to 60 seconds and then 2 minutes and 3 minutes, right? I could throw you into the ocean and you could teach yourself how to swim or drown. So, you know, there's different methodologies on getting stronger, increasing your muscle adaptation, aka strength, and conditioning. So conditioning is the consistent actions that you take to get yourself stronger. Go ahead and take the arms up here. And I mean, it might sound sort of basic from a fitness standpoint, but there's a bigger thing here. And I was out on a hike yesterday, uneven hiking. So, you know, one of the things is to do whatever it is that you like to do on a regular basis, and then you get more used to it. And you could just do that for your life, right? Or you could start to push yourself a little bit to see how far you could go, or to see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Bring the left hand to the hip, take the right leg, go straighten it forward, breathe. Good, now out to the side, hold it and breathe. Good. Whoa, back to the center if you don't crash. And then reverse it. So now left hand grabs the outside of the foot. So that doesn't need to be just the left hand. You can also grab the knee. This would be fine. Stand up. Balance. A few breaths. Weird, huh? Whoa. And then both hands down, lift the back leg up. Stretch. One more inhale, lift it. And both feet down. Shake out that left leg. We're going to roll back up and to the other side. So slowly, go ahead and roll back up. But this idea, I mean, it's, you know, of conditioning, we understand it. Okay, yes, you work hard at a certain thing and you get better at it. Or, you know, fitness, you work hard, push, right, you get stronger. But I want to talk about it in a little bit more in relation to immunity and spirituality, or not necessarily fitness, but basically like meditation. You know, if you don't think of yoga as fitness, you should try some more of my classes. But yoga it's a dual practice. So it's a physical practice and it's a mental practice. I mean, the cool thing is that it's also spiritual and emotional too. So back to tree here. Shoulders relaxed, other side. Breath smooth. So you're working on all these things at the same time, but you're building the ability to stay calm, stay relaxed, breathe deep, because life is just going to throw all kinds of crazy things at us. Right now, we're in the midst of this pandemic, and it's going to be super intense for a lot of people. And, you know, you look at these numbers and you look at the headlines and, you know, read some of the news, and it's just crazy town out there. But if you can just kind of keep, you know, within, this is the time where you almost want to have like a nice circle, a little box, lift the arms up, a couple breaths, and you want to protect your. How's it going? I think it's, are we going? It looks like it might be going again. So strange. So strange. Hi, friends. we're back. Cut out for some of us. Yeah, there we go. Let's just do this. This is part 2. We're back. Just to make sure the sounder is working. Hi friends, we're back. Yes. All right. So I'm not sure exactly what was going on there. I assume the batteries are okay, but the batteries are actually fine. But sometimes what happens is the stream, the network stream, it goes through the Wi-Fi hotspot, and if for some reason that streaming doesn't have enough bandwidth, it just shuts down the stream. Okay, so but that was only a few minutes, so we're still in the midst of our session here. So hopefully you found us again. We were in tree on the second side, so we're going to go back there talking all about conditioning. So we're going to try this again. So tree pose. Let's just go back to tree pose on the right leg. We'll just start out over. Ready, set, go. Breathing. Yeah, so I was talking about how the yoga practice works on multiple levels, but exercise helps build immunity. So that's really important for us to be doing because, again, in the midst of this pandemic, things are crazy. One of the most important things you want to do is stay safe, stay healthy, increase your immune system. So there are things that you probably shouldn't necessarily be doing that aren't healthy for you, arms up from here, like drinking too much, overeating, things like that probably aren't the best. Now, left hand grabs the big toe, take that right hand forward, breathe. I'm going to go out to the side. Whoa. Good. Back to the center. Now you can reverse it. So now you can grab the outside of the knee if you want that, or you can grab the outside of the foot and then push that leg straight and breathe and twist and turn. Good. And back to the center. Lift the leg up from there. A few breaths. One more inhale. And then bring that all the way forward, through, and pause here. A few breaths. Good. Hands down from there. Lift the back leg up. Stretch a little bit. Good. And hands down, shake out that leg. So we're gonna now squat down. So feet apart a little bit. Squatting down. Sitting back, sitting up into your squat, pause. But one of the main reasons I bring up this whole idea of conditioning, again, because it hits so many different levels, from physical to immune to spiritual, meditation, right? It's hard to meditate for 10, 20 minutes at a time. But as you begin to practice more and more and more and more and more, you get to do it easier and easier and easier. Go ahead now, set the hands, crow pose. If you're gonna do a little arm balance here, set those hands, lean forward and breathe. Good. Jump back or step back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. All right. take the right leg up from there, bring it all the way forward, turn the back foot flat down, come up to warrior one, and then open up to the side, warrior two. 2 breaths. But also, and sort of this is kind of the main point after going through the whole explanation of conditioning and what it means and how you take these small steps. So it doesn't need to take, and if you lose track, it's totally fine. You just take those small steps to come back. Now you could just go run a half marathon, and after not running for months and months and months and months and months, you might injure yourself, you may not. And then you can kind of shock yourself. What I always say is I'm going to shock myself into shape. But I've been doing this for so long that I understand what I need to do to shock myself into shape. Like, it's okay for me to go ride, you know, whatever, a 50-mile ride. If I haven't been riding very much, it's going to hurt, but I know I'll be okay. Right hand down from here. So you're wrapping that left arm around, lengthen the upper body, turn, twist up, and breathe. But to push the limits a little bit and expand your normal. So that's really the point. And by doing that, you increase your horizons, you increase your world, right? And you don't have to be afraid of the unknown. One more breath. Good. I'm going to look down, scoot the back foot a little closer. You're going to keep this arm wrapped as we go up to half moon pose. All right, half moon pose, a few breaths, flex the foot, stack the hips, breathing deeply. Left arm up. Good. Looking down, let's come back to warrior two. So big step back up to warrior two. Reverse it. You can push the leg straight. Left arm down, right arm up. So you can use that theory, that philosophy with anything in life. Lift up, lean back. Going to bed earlier, for instance. One more inhale. And then fold forward. Cleaning up, for instance. Right? Little steps. Wrap the arms here. Lengthen the upper body. Twist and breathe. Good. Let it go. Hands down from there. Come up on the back toes. Just take that leg back. We're going to go just do the other side and then go into some hip stuff here. So vinyasa, lower down, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And so all of this stuff really becomes, at some level, left leg, take it up, bring it forward. An exercise in conditioning. As you're trying to figure out how deep you should go in warrior two, which arm balances you can do, what you're able to work on, whether or not you're kicking up, whether or not you're balancing. Like, it's just this whole exercise in conditioning yourself in a certain way. And the cool thing, like I say, is with yoga, you got the physical, you got emotional, spiritual, mental, it all works. It works on these energetic, you got all 5 of those levels that it's working on. As long as you're breathing and you're staying focused, right, and you're kind of experiencing what you're experiencing on all those levels. Now take the back arm, wrap it around the back, grab that thigh, forearm to the thigh, tuck the tailbone, twist back and up here. Good. Now we're going to take this to half, or let's go down first, and then tuck the tailbone and lean back and let's twist up and breathe. Good, look down, scoot that back foot a little bit closer, and then up into half moon. Breathe. couple more breaths. Back to triangle. Come on back to triangle. Right arm up, twist and turn. Breathing deep. Oh, we didn't even go to triangle, but that felt good, didn't it? Back arm down, left arm up and back. That was yesterday's class. One more inhale. And now for the full wrap. Left arm under, right arm behind, clasp and hold, lengthen the upper body, twist and breathe. Strong back leg, tuck the tailbone, lift up, lean back, couple more breaths. All right, hands down from there. Go ahead and take the leg back. Let's lower all the way to the mat. So all the way down to the mat. Easy back bend from here. Just gonna move this out of the way. Interlace the fingers. Oh boy. Cousins, they're calling about tomorrow. Interlace the fingertips. Lift the upper body up. Arms up. Drop the chin. Lift those arms. Breathe. One more breath. Good. Come down. Turn the head to one side. Take a few breaths. You can shake the hips a little bit. And then we're going to do the other side. So from here, go ahead and again, same thing. Well, I'm not going to do the other side. I'm going to do it again. We're going to take the arms forward. So legs up, arms off the butt. Breathe. And then arms forward, a few breaths. One more inhale. And release it. Child's pose. Couple breaths. Let the back stretch. Good. And then come on up from there. Let's do a little bit of Virasana, camel. So just 2 times. We'll do one that's half and half, and then one that's a full one. So from here, right hand to the heel, left arm goes up. Lean back and breathe. Good. Come forward, abdomen strong. Switch it around. Right arm up, left arm back. Breathe. Good. Come forward, abdomen strong. Pause for a moment. You could rest if you want. You could lower down into child's pose. Always a nice thing to do for your spine. Really paying attention to your breathing sensations. Now we go up again. This time we go to full. So I'm going to grab both heels, drive the hips forward, lift the heart up, drop the head back and breathe. One more breath. Good, abdomen strong. Chin down. Get a little bit of crunchiness on my lower back on the right. Downward facing dog for a moment. We're going to go into the next half an hour into some yin. So just take a moment here. Hamstring stretch, bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch it. Switch sides and stretch. Good. And then right leg forward. Right leg forward, left leg back. Drop the back knee down, come on up. We're going to set the timer. So I'm going to do 3 minutes here. A little variation. You could pad up the back of your mat if you wanted to pad up the back of your mat. But just sink in forward here, nice and easy. Stretching that front side hip flexor psoas muscle. You might hear the kiddos in the background. It's so funny. Liam is just hysterical. He's like, I might have mentioned this, so forgive me, but Madison is a huge Frozen fan, of course, and she froze him. You know, she was like, she froze Liam because it's pretty smart, actually. At least she didn't hit him, but that was her way of getting him to stop playing, like wrecking her dolls. Right? She had all kinds of dolls, and he came over and just grabs the dolls, and of course, so she's like, right? So then he started doing the same thing, and now he's like this little 1-year-old kid that's like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Sink a little bit lower, breathe, and so of course we have to give him a big reaction, right? Ha! So we do that, and it's funny. He keeps doing it. Oh. Breathe into those hips. And now you're going to take the left arm up, lift up, lean back. Oh. So just a final thought about conditioning and consistency. So when I worked with, for the 8 years I worked with the BMC racing team before they became the CCC team, you know, I was working with these guys who are the best in the world, and they had trainers and coaches and doctors and chiropractors and massage, and I was their yoga person during camp, right? So this is not all year long, but during camp. One more. And then forward. Now you're going to straighten this front leg. But you could see that the whole entire thing was all based on conditioning. And you just keep raising the bar and 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 get used to that level, and then you raise the bar again, then you get used to that level and raise the bar again, and every so often you drop down a couple levels, and then you got to raise the bar back up again and raise the bar back up again and then raise it up again and get used to that level, and then every so often you get whacked back down, right? Could be an injury, could be, you know, a breakup, like some emotional thing in life that happens. Could be all kinds of different things that will cause you to sort of drop down for a few. Kids. Kids are definitely a reason, at least, that I, you know, lost some of my endurance. But, you know, the good news is kids grow and go ahead and switch legs, and I will get it back. So you just know that, and that's the one thing too, is like, wherever you are now, know that you can systematically help yourself. I'll reset the timer. Other side here, left leg forward. You can systematically help yourself just get better and better and better. So for instance, surfing, right? You get out there at first and you're in the whitewash and you're kind of doing your thing, and then you get some little waves and you go, oh wow, look, I got a wave. And I'm very much a novice surfer. I've surfed probably, you know, 5 days in the last 5 years. But there was a time that I was surfing a lot more than that. And, but you know, some of these bigger waves, it takes, like I remember Laird Hamilton saying, he's like, I didn't just like wake up and go out and go, I'm gonna go surf big waves and start doing it. He's like, I've been surfing thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of waves. And I started with little tiny waves, and then I grew a little bit, and it's just like the next natural step for him was to go to that next level. And that's what I implore you to do, is to not just take inventory and be aware of where you are and understand what that next step is for you, but also where you want to go, because where you are may be so far from where you want to go But there's a way there as long as you start taking the right steps. That's the idea. Go ahead and take that left arm up. Sink down and breathe, lean back. And for me, I'll do some crazy races, and there's all kinds of fun stuff around the world to do. I'll take some crazy trips and do some amazing hikes and runs and all these things. But ultimately the goal is to have as long a life as possible, as long and healthy and active and just an awesome life as possible. And then basically share that experience with as many people as possible. Lift up, lean back. I gotta, bring a whole bunch of people with us. Downward facing dog. I'm sorry, not down dog. Straighten the leg here. Stretch. But the whole idea is to show people that life doesn't have to be so bad. Life doesn't have to be such a struggle. Life doesn't have to be, and you can be in the midst of a major struggle. But if you shift your perspective a little bit and you see that it can be more positive, and it can be a lesson, and it can be the dark before the dawn. If you see it that way, you start to your spirits start to lift a little bit, because there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that's important. It's important to hold on to that hope of positive future. Doesn't mean you don't live in the now and experience what's happening in the moment. You have to, right? Otherwise, you're not gonna know where you're going. That's always like people how do you go from crow to handstand? I'm like, well, first you need to have a really good handstand to get to. Before you go from crow to handstand. And people think they can just muscle their way through that. Come on out of there. Let's do a little bit of Virasana. So the easy version of this is to have your toes back together there and knees wide apart. And then you sit back down here. So it's kind of a stretch, on the knees, and a stretch on the quads here, and maybe top of the feet. If you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, then you got to bring the knees closer together and the feet wider apart. Set the timer, just 2 minutes here. And then we're going to go open like that. And then sit down. You sit down in between the feet. That's kind of a better. Now I'm supporting myself here because my legs are a little tighter from yesterday. And I have my tights on, so that might just cause a little less space in there, right? Now breathe. Good, smooth, even breaths. And with each breath, you're letting go a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. Few more breaths. Good. And then slowly, right at the end, I started to go all the way down. Slowly come on back up. Downward facing dog just as a counter stretch for the legs, and the legs like to move slow out of there. Downward facing dog. Take a moment. Bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch. Switch sides, stretch. Good. Now we're going to go to frog pose. I'm going to put some socks on. Sorry, my feet are still a little chilly. I'm going to put some socks on here. And then I'm going to go to frog, so stand by while I do that. Make sure these socks are actually clean. I don't actually, it doesn't really matter if they're clean or not. Somewhat clean. As long as there's no dead rats inside my socks, I'm okay. Has anybody read Shantaram? If you haven't read Shantaram, I highly recommend it. And if you're an audio person, you should totally listen to Shantaram, because it's one of the most epic audio books I've ever listened to. It's like, what is it? It was 36 CDs when I rented it from the library. 36. And I got through, I'll tell you the story as we go into frog pose here. Frog pose, 3 minutes, ready, set, go. Yeah, so I rented it, and oh man, stretching. So knees super wide, feet apart, sit back into that groin stretch. That's where you wanna be. Breath smooth, even, sinking into those hips. So Shantaram, so fun. Not really. I mean, it's a love story, but it's like a epic kind of love story. And this guy, basically, he got arrested for dealing drugs or something like that. And he escaped from jail in New Zealand or Australia, or maybe he was Australian, but it was in New Zealand. He was in jail, and anyway, he escapes, and he flies, gets a new passport, flies to India, to Mumbai, and which used to be Bombay, but now it's called Mumbai, and he basically starts this life in the slums of India to hide from the authorities, right? And by the way, I'm not giving up anything. That's like the first 3 pages of the book. Then the story begins, and it's 750 pages of just unbelievable, I mean literally unbelievable experiences that this guy goes through. But such an incredible story. Such an incredible story. I highly recommend it if you haven't read it or listened to it. Why did that come up? I don't know why Shantaram came up. For my socks? I don't know. Oh, dead rats. That's what it was. I said, as long as there's not a dead rat in my sock, it's okay. But there's a scene in Shantaram about rats. And have rats in it. That would be a spoiler alert, so I can't really tell you anything else about it. Good, one more breath. And then forward. Oh, good. And then back to child's pose. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, low power too. Geez, all kinds of things happening here. Low power, people calling me, streams getting disconnected. You are currently in, or once you're in, child's pose, and then we're gonna move into pigeon. Do a longer pigeon pose here. Yep. Could do a solid few minutes in pigeon. So let's go ahead and come up after child's pose. Step that right leg forward. Excuse me, pigeon. Right leg forward there. The shirt keeps coming up, but I want it to go down because it's so much more comfortable. Good. Down from here. Ready, set, go. Pigeon. I'm going to zoom in for you guys. This. See if I can do it without actually anything weird or wrong happening. There we go. All right. So we got a solid 4 minutes here. Breathe. The idea really is to get your body to relax, and you soften and 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 soften. Your body is going to bounce back. You're not going to just stay this way. I know that your mom told you that if you keep picking your nose, eventually your finger's going to get stuck in your nose. It's not the truth. I hate to tell you, it's not the truth. If you do something weird with your lips or your tongue or your face, it's not going to stay that way. That's so weird. As a parent, like, are you going to tell a kid, you better watch out? If you keep doing that, it's going to stay that way. Like, but I totally believed it as a kid. I was so gullible. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so your body's not going to stay this way in this pose. So it's okay to go deep into the pose. Just keep breathing. Good, smooth, even breaths. Starting to lose a little circulation in that leg. It's fine. We're halfway done. Approximately halfway. I gotta figure out which day to do my meditation weekly. And then Greg Louganis, we didn't get a chance to do this because I forgot I was shooting all day on Tuesday. So Greg, we have to do our little talk. I forgot to do that for the 5-day revitalizing challenge. And then yeah, see, slow internet and restart the stream, it says. I don't know why that is. Doesn't make any sense to me. Because the stream says it's fast. You got 6 megabytes per second, but then I get the message. It's slow. It's funny how it bounces up and down. Technology. Last couple breaths on this side. And then we'll switch sides. That's good. Switch sides. Take a moment. Straighten that leg, stretch it out. Other leg. Ready, set, go. Good. Let's see. I ordered an iPhone case yesterday. And this has happened before, where I grab the phone and I'll hit the button that closes the phone, turns it off, and then it immediately stops the stream. I've done that a few times. Oops. So other leg here. Make sure you're breathing, softening, and stretching. Make sure. Remember, the idea is to see how deep the rabbit hole goes. See how deep the rabbit hole goes. Can you let go a little more? Can you de-stress a little more? Can you about another minute or so. Just keep breathing, softening, stretching. All right, last breath or two. And then make your way up. Come on up. Bring that leg forward. Shake it out. Do a finishing sequence. And I'm going to do a nice long Shavasana. So straighten both legs, flex the feet back, reach the arms up, fold forward. Let's do 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. Nice long hold. But again, the yin yoga practice is not about forcing, it's not about pushing, it's about letting go, it's about unwinding, it's about letting, releasing.
30 seconds here. Keep breathing. You could stay there for another minute if you wanted. Otherwise, we're going to roll back, roll up, take the legs up and over the head for plow pose. Nice deep stretch here. Yep. And supporting the back, take the legs up, shoulder stand. Legs wide from there, flex the feet. A few breaths. Bend the knees, soles of the feet together. A few breaths. And then back up, down over the head. Slowly come on down. We'll take our final twist and then Shavasana. So go ahead and pull your right knee in, give it a good squeeze in, and then roll to the left side. Nice, easy twist. Good. And then switch sides. Same thing. Pull it in. Nice, easy twist. And then back to the center, Shavasana, final rest. Final rest. Feet flop open. Go ahead and after I rest the arms out to the side, we'll do 5 minutes or so. Deep inhale. And exhale. Totally relax. Go ahead and bring your left hand to your heart center, right hand to your belly. Take a few breaths. And then bend the knees, roll to your right. Oh. Make your way up to a seat, comfortable seated position, sitting up tall, palms up, eyes closed. Just a short moment here to close our practice today. Connecting again with your body, mind, breath, energy, spirit, all together as one whole being. So oftentimes we spend too much time in our head, or sometimes you just get too much we're floating in the air because we feel so good, and we're sort of not even really in our body. So you want to understand that all of this is happening, all this play is happening energetically, physically, spiritually, universally, right? There's like the micro and there's the macro, and we're in all of that and together. So just feel it, right? Feel it, feel the good, feel the bad. No judgment, just is what it is. It's just, I'm crying, I'm sad, I'm hurt, I'm excited, I'm elated, I love it, it sucks, right? It's all part of life. Breathe it in. Bring the palms together at the heart. Take a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for every breath. Namaste. Namaste, my friends. Thank you so much for showing up as always. Sorry about the stop-start there in the middle. It's the internet, that whole internet thing. But I appreciate you being here. Remember, pay for your class if you can. If not, absolutely fine. I want this to be there for all of you who need to be able to move through the stress. So only if you have the financial resources. And of course, support your local businesses. It's the giving time of year. Give some money to nonprofits if you can. Volunteer if you can. I just read about this morning, United States Postal Service has something called Operation Santa. And kids write a letter, so you can look on that site and you can have your kids write a letter to Santa. And then those of us who can actually afford to maybe buy a gift or two or something, you can take one of those letters and you can adopt a letter, and then you can send a gift, which is like the coolest thing in the world. So so that's one small thing that we can all do to try to help bring some cheer to people's lives. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I'm off for the rest of the weekend, but I'll see you right back at the studio on Monday. Thanks so much. Have a great day. And oh, by the way, workshop next weekend. Greg and I are going to do our little talk during the week that we were supposed to do this week that I couldn't do. And January, we're going to do a big 15-day kickstart to the year. That's all I got for you. I'll see you